healthy mood is really critical, not just in the winter, but all year round. Okay, and in winter, we are more prone to feeling more low mood, and with the pandemic, we're more prone to it. So that means we have to be more proactive. Okay, so we have to take care with some of these diet, lifestyle suggestions, be proactive so that we can stay well. For many of the Ayurvedic treatments, diet, lifestyles, self-care practices, they can support mood. And always remember, seek support. You're not alone, it's not just you. A lot of people have mood issues during the winter, so reach out when you do need support.
Self-care is important because a lot of times, especially in grad school, you end up having a lot of burnout because there's so many things to do. And sometimes it really does affect your self-esteem when you feel like you're pushed to the edge of your limit and you're working so much and you're trying to keep up, and then you feel like you're not doing enough. So it's really important to take some time to yourself and pace yourself. I think that's why I think self-care is important. And also, it's me, a lot of times it also affects my relationship with other people.
When we engage in music participation, we are engaging in one of the most complex and demanding neurological tasks known to us. When you think about it, music, making music, learning music, participating actively in music, whether you're dancing to music, learning an instrument, learning to sing a song, learning to memorize a song, singing a song that you know, whatever it is, there's many ways to actively participate in music. But think about how that is recruiting functioning from all these different brain areas, whether it's speech and language, fine motor skills, memory, emotional response, et cetera. So music is such a sophisticated and powerful neurologic activity because it's recruiting brain function from so many different areas.
I can tell you this, you take whatever steps are in front of you as you understand what your personal mission is or what you're passionate about. You take any step that you can see that will move you in that direction, you take that step. And when you take that step, you're going to see the next step, and the next step, and the next step.
Great to see you all. We're going to hop right into it. Today we're talking about success, but also the partner of success, which is failure. And I want to kind of dispel maybe this myth that failure is bad or that it has no place in our lives. So we're talking about this dichotomy today. Dichotomy meaning just to split into two things, and that is success and failure. So along your path to achieving success, you are very likely going to have to manage failure along the way. We're going to see a lot of different dichotomies throughout the day, or a lot of different interplays between different concepts, but the big one is success versus failure. And they are not fighting with each other, but they're actually working together.
I guess it depends. For me, I took around like 8 to 6 months to study for it, and that's because, maybe even a year, that's because I was doing it while I was doing school. So it kind of extended my study period. There are some people who do it in like the 3 or 4 months they have summer break between years. So it really just depends. Yeah,
and for me, I wrote the LSAT a couple times, so I would say it spans for a year then, because I wrote it the first time around that I applied, and then this year. So yeah. Study.
Yeah, I also did write it twice as well. And I guess each time you do it, it's a different type of studying as well. So the first time you're kind of more studying the actual concepts and whatever's going to come on the test. But like Jada said in her presentation, doing as much practice questions as you can, getting feedback, because a lot of these exams, even though it's a different wording, even though it's a different question, the main root of the concept is going to be repeated in the exams that you take. So
how can we slow down enough? And what questions can we ask? So I think I'm proposing that we really need to create purposeful spaces and conversations and moments where we can self-reflect. So I'm going to start talking about our relationship to ourselves first. So what can we do to slow down the pace of life and to purposefully reflect and think of these deeper things that are going on in our life and to take note of them? So there's many things that can be done. The things I'm suggesting are just a few of the different things you can do. So we can meditate, we can set aside time specifically to meditate, we can journal, we can do exercises such as filling out icebergs, we can practice mindfulness, we can spend mindful time in nature, where we can just really slow down and connect to nature. We can listen to music, practice yoga, many different things we can do. But we have to make the decision that we want to slow down and take time to self-reflect. We can read books that are helpful to different situations that we're wanting to learn more about.
You cannot overachieve anyway, or you can think so, but there's always some limitation for humans in achieving their goals. But ambition is good, but when that ambition becomes too inflated and goes out of your hand, so then your energy becomes scattered and your focus is divided, so you will not be able to move forward.
What we want people to understand is that you're living with dementia. You can live well with it. Your brain is vital. It plays a part of everything that we do. And if you keep your brain as active as possible and physically active, you may be able to stave off some of the more debilitating parts of the disease as long as possible.
You are given a gift of space, time, and your wisdom as bonus for you for having grown up now. Now you can really do so many things which you could not do during your early days. And when you were getting involved so deeply into your family affairs and matters and shouldering responsibilities, now you can really, a new chapter has opened up, you can do many great things. Always there is room for growth, expansion and invention, discovery. Maybe you will be bringing something great to the world, to your community.
Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, take me home. Down country road.
Now we'll breathe in and do go. Breathe in. Go. Now we'll breathe in and do Vam. Breathe in.
Pensar é ato, sentir é fato. I give it to you in English first. We can't run away from our humanity and our relationships with ourselves and with each other and with the world. It's a fact. So but we can choose how we organize them and how we act about them. So to think how we organize things is an act. We have choice over that. But to feel, to be human, we can't choose that. That's a fact.
The iPad that we're going to be looking at or using today looks like this one here in the picture. It has no button at the bottom. But if you have one which has a button or a home or a home button at the bottom, don't worry about it, because everything that we're going to be talking about applies to both iPads. And this is what our home screen looks like. So you've got the camera, you've got the power button, you've got the volume up and volume down button, and most of you probably already know some of these things already. You've got your front camera and you've got your icons.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chiming, jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh.
An index finger together with the 3 fingers pointing out. Place it on your heart. Left hand, same position, on your knees. In order to sing this sound, you need to breathe in and then exhale each of the syllables. Sa, ro, go, vam. And when you end each of the syllables, just ensure that you close your lips to produce the humming sound. If you are interested in joining us to learn more about Arcadiana, please go to arcadiana.net. There's an online theory course. And then after you do the online theory course, there is an online practical course, which is 19 hours instructor-led, and the prerequisite is online theory. So once again, if you do have any questions, please feel free to message us at positiveliving@canadacca.ca. And I hope you've enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for your time, and have a good day.